Welcome back everybody. Today I'm back to farming Endwalker treasure maps. So this time I'm farming the Timeworn Kumbhiraskin Maps. These maps are fairly easy to farm and the rewards are still sought after to this day. You can easily make a good chunk of change with just a few map runs. You can collect one of these maps every 18 hours from any of the level 90 nodes in the last zone of Endwalker, though these maps are currently selling for just over 10,000 gil, so it may be a little bit more efficient just to buy them off the market board. In fact, my rule of thumb is to buy treasure maps up to 30,000 gil. After that, just hold off on the farm until prices come back down. You can hold up to 3 maps at a time. You decipher one, have one in your bags, and place the third in your chocobo saddlebags. Because of this, I'll usually farm maps in groups of 3 at a time. These maps will decipher to a hidden map location that can be in any of the Endwalker zones besides Elpis, which makes sense since the other map only has hidden locations in Elpis. I'll leave a link in the description to a site that shows all the possible spawn locations in case you need help finding your map location. Now, traveling all over the Endwalker zones can get a bit expensive. That's why I recommend using Aetheryte tickets. These will reduce the cost of your teleport to 0. You can buy them with either Allied or Centurion seals. They cost 5 seals each. You can usually get seals by doing the weekly mark bills on the hunt board or killing A or S rank mobs in A Realm Reborn through Stormblood. Just by doing the weekly elite, you'll be rewarded with enough seals to buy 20 tickets. Now, to keep from wasting the tickets on cheap teleports, I'll set it to only use a ticket when the port costs 1,000 gil or more. You can do this by clicking on Travel, Teleport, click the cogwheel, and set the gil allowance to a minimum amount you want to use an Aetheryte ticket. In order to collect your treasure, you need to dig to uncover the treasure chest. Then you'll need to kill groups of mobs that spawn when you try to open the chest. Once again, I'm on my warrior and I'm wearing the 710 crafted gear. It takes about 3 minutes for me to clear the mobs. I open the chest, receive the loot, and it has a 50% chance to spawn a portal to Excitotron 6000. The portal is the main thing I'm out here for. The portal is a 5-floor zone with loot on each floor. You're synced down to level 90 and your gear is synced down to eye level 635. This causes all your melts to be garbage. You can still benefit from food. I recommend bringing cheap older food if you want. It will slightly speed up your clear times. I'm not using any food and I'm still clearing each floor in about 7 minutes. This is much faster than the 10 to 15 minutes it took me to clear each floor when doing the Kumbhiraskin portals. That's because I'm playing as a warrior. In fact, I'm only playing as a warrior for the portals. I can easily kill the map mobs outside the portal on any DPS. So inside the portals, nothing beats the survivability of a warrior. In fact, warriors are even better in the Excitotron 6000 than the Kumbhiraskin portal. This is because in these portals, it's groups of mobs instead of just one big mob. Bloodwetting, the ability that makes warriors stupid good, is even better with multiple mobs. On the Kumbhiraskin portals, I had hardly any trouble clearing the floors, but I have even less trouble inside the Excitotron 6000. The only minor issue I was having was being able to see the AoE pools. You see, the floor has golden circles under the spawn locations for the mobs, and these circles made it a little difficult to see the danger zones. Though, by moving the mobs in between the spawn points, I was able to clearly see the pools. Although, each floor is a little different than the previous floor, as long as you're rotating your damage mitigations and blood winning, you shouldn't have too much trouble surviving. Though, if your health gets too low while everything's on cooldown, don't be afraid to guide the mobs for a few seconds waiting for bloodwetting to come off cooldown. Once you clear the 3 groups of mobs on each floor, you are rewarded with loot. This will be gil, poetic tomestones, various materials, and possibly some cool toys. Don't worry, I'll go over all the big money makers at the end of the video. You may also have a chance to play a game of high and low. If this pops, you can choose to play and have a chance at double or nothing up to 5 times. Usually, I'll only play this if there's no big ticket items in the loot. But for the sake of making this video, I chose to play even with a 185,000 claws staring me in the eye. Sadly, my first card is a 4. Mathematically, high sounds like the safe bet, though I am expecting a 1. It's a 6! I actually won! That's an additional 185,000 gil. That means my new card is a 6. There's no way I'm playing again with almost a 50-50 chance to win or lose. I already didn't like that my first card was a 4. I'll just take my winnings and run. Now, you have a choice of choosing a door. I follow the rule that left is always correct until it isn't. In fact, every time I went against this rule while filming this video, I was kicked out. So, once you choose the left door, you get an unskippable cutscene that allows Squeenix to troll you. There's 3 chances of succeeding and continuing to the next floor. Either the door will open, the lock will come down halfway and then open, or the door will lock, the alarms will go off, And just before you're kicked out, the rainbows will spawn and rescue you at the last second and allow you to go to the next floor. It's just that easy. Rarely, after you loot a floor's chest, a door lights up and begins animating. When you see this, pick this door. This is a free pass to the next floor. It's a little difficult to see, so just keep your eye out for it. Hey look, I finally get to experience having the new extreme mounts. So this is where they are all hiding. I wonder if I'll ever win one of these stupid mounts. Sadly, there are some things even money can't buy. Anyways, just continue clearing each floor and you'll get better loot on each floor. If you're lucky, you'll be able to reach the 5th and final floor. The last floor will be a golden monster that once you clear will give you a rare piece of loot. Hopefully, you'll get a resplendent feather or an exciting tonic. These are used to buy rare mounts once you have collected 3 of each. You're rewarded with these special items because it is so hard to reach the final floor. In fact, the RNG of actually making it to the 5th floor is the hardest part of this whole thing. I've heard of people working on achievements taking hundreds of maps in order to just get the 20 clears. You can also get pieces before the last floor, it's just a higher chance on the last floor. Anyways, by doing these farms, you have the chance to collect some nice items that sell well on the market board. The main items you're looking for are Exciting Fiber, which sells for about 78,000, Malaki Carpuscles, selling for just under 40k, On Blade's Edge Orchestrium Roll, going for 27,000, Royal Lunatender Minion, going for 69,000, the Athletic Coast Cloth that are going for 185,000 gil. This is the item I double playing high and low. Exciting Dynamite Minion, going for 340,000 gil, Archangel Wings, selling for 220,000, Pixie Wings, going for 400,000, the White Lace Parasol, selling for about 50, and of course, there's the 2 rare mount pieces. The Resplendent Feather, selling for 320,000, which, when you collect 3, can be traded in for the Alkanos Whistle, which is selling for 1 million gil. The other mount piece, which was added in 6.3, is the Exciting Tonic, selling for about 3.5 million gil. When you collect 3, you can trade it in for Pinky the Elephant. She's selling for 11.5 million gil. There's one more item that you'll regularly collect if you do these maps enough. That is the Excite-Eye Mask headpiece. This item was worthless even when it was current content. Nobody wanted it. In fact, it felt like even the NPC vendors were hesitant to pay 1 gil for it. But don't fear, I've been able to find a great way to get rid of these. You'll just need to be in an FC. What you'll want to do is go to your FC's house, then open the company chest, and just place all the masks you find in there. Now there's someone else's problem. Yippee! So, as you can see, there's quite a few nice items to farm from these maps. If you're interested in doing these, I'd highly recommend leveling a warrior. It is so much easier to do these portals on a warrior than any other job. Even if you only use your warrior to farm old content, I'd say it's worth it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Farming maps is one of my favorite pastimes in the game. It's easy content, and I love the gamba that is thrown in for flavor. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them, and I'll do my best to answer them. I try to answer all comments I receive. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.